Hey everybody, Nick here. Hope everyone's doing well. So I got a cool video today. Today I'm going to talk about my top 10 off-screen kills in the Halloween franchise. So before I get into that, a couple of things. Number one, this video idea was not mine. It was brought up by a buddy of mine on Twitter. And a buddy challenged me and another YouTube channel to make our own lists, and then we're going to compare with his. The other YouTube channel is called Jake Blaster Productions. You guys might have seen him before. He's been in a couple of my live streams, but he's got a great channel. Does a lot of cool videos, Halloween related, and a lot of other 80s stuff. So go check out his channel, Jake Blaster Productions. He's a good guy. Make sure you subscribe to his channel, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, feel free to do that too. I'd really appreciate that. So let's get into this. Top 10 off-screen kills of the Halloween franchise. And real quick, this is not going to include the Rob Zombie films, and it's also not going to include Halloween 3. So just Halloween, Halloween 2, Halloween 4, 5, 6, H2O, Resurrection, and 2018. So right into this. Number 10 is going to be all the dogs in the franchise that Michael has killed off screen. So obviously we saw him kill a dog in the OG. You know, he strangled, the hell, I can't remember the dog's name all of a sudden. But he strangled Lindsay's dog, so we saw him kill that. But he also killed a dog in the Myers house. You know, he got hungry. And then he also killed 2 of Jamie Lloyd's dogs. He killed Sunday in H4 and then Max in H5. So number 10 is the dogs. I'm a dog lover. I know a lot of you are probably dog lovers too. So I had to find a way to get them on there. So that's going to be number 10. Number 9, my favorite people in the Halloween universe, the Clown Cops. Dear Lord. The only reason this isn't number 1 is because I didn't get to see these motherfuckers get slaughtered. God, I hate those guys. I hate those guys. Ugh. You guys know my feelings on them. If you don't, I hate them. I hate them, I hate them, I hate them. They're morons. They don't belong in this franchise. They belong in Looney Tunes. They belong in Freddy's Dead. They're dead. Let's move on. They're number 9. Number 8 is going to be Deputy Logan from Halloween 4. This is a great scene. You know, Kelly Meeker comes, starts talking about the cavalry and MTV. And then she lights the match, and all of a sudden you see Deputy Logan's mangled body. You know, I can't even describe it, but it looks like his head's almost on like a fucking platter. You know, she sees him, and then all of a sudden Michael stands up, and she gets the shotgun. But just an awesome scene. Really cool setup with Deputy Logan, the way his body's kind of set up. And so that comes in at number 8 for me. Number 7 is going to be a future movie star, Joseph Gordon-Levitt from Halloween H2O. His character's name is Jimmy, I believe. He gets the ice skate right across the face, and it's something we don't see. Marion Chambers, you know, comes into his house, you know, after running from her house, and boom, he's there with the ice skate in his head. Really, really cool scene. The fact that it's Joseph Gordon-Levitt, wow, can't talk, makes it even cooler. So that's number 7. Coming in at number 6 is going to be the gas station attendant from Halloween 2018. You guys remember this guy, right? He's got his face basically mangled on the desk, and he's the person that Michael takes his teeth and drops it over the stall with one of the podcasters. Really brutal fucking death. You know, his jaw is mangled on the desk there. So really cool. It's one of those things that makes you think, oh man, what the hell happened here? So that's number 6. Coming in at number 5 is, I had to put this in the top 5, even though it might not be the most creative. And that's going to be the Phelps truck driver from the OG in 1978. So this is when Loomis is at the phone booth and he's going through the sheets. This is obviously who Michael takes the jumpsuit from, so it has some significance. And just the whole scene is very ominous. You know, the camera kind of, after Loomis, you know, sees the Rabbit in Red matchbook, runs to his car because he knows Michael was there. But then the camera pans out and we see the guy in the field, the Phelps truck driver in the field. You know, you see some blood and it's just like, oh man. You know, so it's just the significance of that scene. makes you realize, okay, Loomis is right. You know, Michael, he's on Michael's path, and Michael has already killed someone. So really cool scene, and it's one of those things that I really wish we could have seen, even though it works better that we don't. You know, in my mind, I'm always like, oh man, what the hell happened here? Was it daytime? Was it night? Obviously, the scene's during the day, but just an awesome scene, and it's a classic scene. If you say Phelps Trucking or Phelps Truck or Phelps to any Halloween fan, any good Halloween fan, they will know exactly what you're talking about. So that comes in at number 5. Number 4 is going to be from Halloween 2, 1981, and it's going to be Nurse Alves. Is it Alves or Alvis? I can never remember. But she basically has her blood drained by Michael, which is really fitting for a nurse that, you know, takes people's blood. You know, Jimmy walks in and sees her there. You know, she's got the, I don't know if the needle's in her arm, but the thing's in her arm, and blood's all over the floor, and Jimmy slips over it. Really eerie fucking scene. Just disturbing. So I had to include that in the top 4. Top 3, guys. Number 3 is going to be, once again, from the newest installment, Halloween 2018. I don't even know what to call this guy, except for I'm going to call him the Jack-O-Lantern Head Cop. This is probably the coolest off-screen kill that we ever see, and I don't think you're ever going to top this. You got the significance of Halloween with the Jack-O-Lantern. You got the what the fuck factor in that the guy's head's ripped off, and he's fucking got his, you know, insides torn out of his skull, and it's lit with a candle, match, something's lit in there, and it's just like, holy shit. So it had to be top 3 for me, just based on coolness factor alone. And it's one of those things that it works better again as an off-screen kill. Just because if you see that, it just be kind of like, oh, that's a little much. But when you don't see it, you're like, oh man, how the hell did Michael do this? What the hell happened here? So really cool scene, really cool off-screen kill. Number 2 is going to be from Halloween 4, the Police Station Massacre. I love this scene. You know, Loomis and Meeker get to the police station, and all of a sudden you see just bodies and blood everywhere. You hear phones off the hook. You know, you hear the phone off the hook sound, and you see just blood, like I said, bodies. And then through one of the posts, you see a guy with, like, it looks like his arm is kind of like not, like, just torn off to a shred. And then you get the awesome Loomis and Meeker interaction. You know, what the hell are we dealing with here? Evil. Or, you know, Meeker saying they wouldn't have given up without a fight. And Loomis responds with, they didn't know what they were fighting. You know, it's just fucking classic, and that makes you just realize, whoa, Michael's on a fucking rampage. And just the genius of Michael to go and take out the whole police station so he doesn't have to worry about that. You know, he's a lot of forward thinking, a lot of planning in this movie with Michael, which is really cool. So that brings us to my top favorite off-screen kill. Drum roll. Is going to be from Halloween 2, Dr. Mixter. This has always been one of my favorite scenes in the entire franchise. You know, the nurse Janet walks in, you hear like a shower going or something going on in the back room, and she walks into Mixter's office. She's talking to him. You just see the back of his head, and she turns the chair around, and boom, he's got a fucking needle in his eye. My God. Just the reason this is number 1, obviously the scene after this scene just after that is amazing, where you know, Michael emerges from the darkness again and gives her the needle in the temple. But the reason this is number 1 for me is, you know, just the whole scene in general. It's just eerie, it's dark, you know, the setup, you know, a needle in the eye is just fucking cool looking, and so just the whole vibe and atmosphere of this scene makes it number 1 for me. So obviously this is going to be a subjective list for any of us. So my number 1 is not going to be your number 1. You know, it's probably not going to be the number 1 from Mike for Jake Blaster Productions. It's not going to be the number 1 for my buddy from Twitter. That's why I love making lists like this, and this is a really cool idea. So I hope I didn't miss any big ones. I just did this off the top of my head, but it was really, really fun just to kind of think, oh yeah, that one, and go through the franchise in my head. So it's really fun. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what your favorite off-screen kill is, or your top 3, or whatever you want to do. So thanks for watching, guys.